Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be working on my last two bars that I've been telling you I only have left. So I'll be going a few days without making soaps. So one of them I already have a recipe for, which is the rosemary. So I'm going to make that today. And this one is going to be lavender mixed with geranium. I love geranium. I use it all the time. That's my favorite essential oil. Not only does it smell good, but it's very good for circulation, elasticity of your skin, and a whole bunch of other things that it's good for. So I'm going to try something different today. I was reading on the computer that when you melt your soap in the microwave, it can kind of dry it out. And I like my soaps. I really love the way they smell, but I'm not crazy about the lather, and I'm not crazy about it's not really dry, but it's not as soft as I want it to be. So I went and picked up some castor oil at a local store, Nutri-Smart. I placed an order for a bigger one, but in the meantime, I went and picked this up. I'm going to add this to the soaps to help with the lather, and I'm going to actually melt it down on the stove and see if that helps also. So let's get started. Okay, everyone, it looks like it took a good 30 minutes for this to melt down. And I realized it probably wasn't a good idea to melt down both at the same time. So I ended up taking one out so that while I'm working with this, I can be melting down this one. So this is almost melted down all the way. There's a little bit of chunks in here, but not enough to keep it on the stove. I'm so excited I got my little digital thermometer. So now I can check the temperature. And I already know this is extremely too hot, but I wanted to use it for the first time. It's 146 right now. And I can't pour till about 130 degrees. Especially I'm going to use my green embeds in this rosemary. I'm going to work on the rosemary first. The second one I said is going to be lavender and geranium. I was wrong. It's going to be lavender and chamomile. So I have my embeds, my mold, my essential oil. While I'm waiting for this to cool off, I'm going to go ahead and pour out my castor oil. And I'm pouring out 1 teaspoon. Actually, I'm going to do 2 and see how that works out. I don't want it to be as dark as this, so I put 1 tablespoon, actually 1 teaspoon. And I already know it's going to give me chunks, so I'll go ahead and blend it in. This can be a little loud, I'm sorry. Still a little bit. It's such a powerful machine. I got this machine from Walmart. Hamilton Beach is the name. These embeds don't have any smell to it. It's just the spinach that I used. It's a spinach powder. This one I just ordered at Amazon. Pure spinach powder. Okay, I'll go ahead and put the castor oil in now. I'm gonna go ahead and put 5 drops of rosemary. Ah! This one doesn't have a, oh, that, ah, that was horrible. So this doesn't have a reducer. Great. Okay, I won't stress. That just means I'm gonna have to put these 2 soaps together and make one batch and not do the lavender and chamomile. Oh my gosh, can't believe I did that. Looks like I'm gonna melt this down also so that I have enough soap to make this last batch. Won't stress, won't stress. That was a big boo-boo. That's okay, we're gonna fix it. Because we're not going to waste the soap. And we're not gonna dump it. So, this is what we'll do. This one I'll actually just melt down in the microwave because it's just a little bit. I don't think it's going to make a big difference in the soap. And if worse comes to worse, if I can't save this batch, we'll just use it here in the house. Really don't know how this is going to turn out. I did say on my previous video you can never mess up soap, but we'll have to see with this one. I should title this one Bloopers. Soapy Blooper. Okay, the temperature is low enough to pour it, so I'll do that. And wish me luck on this soap. Try to get some rosemary on top. You know what? I'm not even going to add the herbs on the top. Let me just leave this as is, and we'll see how it comes out in a few hours. I'll cut it and show you all. Okay, so we're going to test the lather of the rosemary bar that I made earlier with the extra 2 teaspoons of castor oil, and my previous bars that I made all this week with just a melt and pour mix. So let's this is the Café Chocolat bar, just a regular melt and pour mix. It has lather, but not as much as I would like. Now let's try the rosemary. To me, it has a little bit more. Maybe because I'm using my left hand, it's hard. Let me try to use my right hand. So to me, it's a little bit more soapier. I can try with 1 more teaspoon of castor oil. But I think it's good. Let me know what you think. To me, it's perfect. See the bubbles? The cafe bar, I couldn't get any bubbles. I wasn't able to make these big bubbles. So, yep, adding the castor oil really does work. Okay, that's it for today. Experiment over. Have a blessed day. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family. And be safe. Bye.